Hi, Christy Metropolis here with our online book study by Dr. Richards on Moving Your Invisible Boundaries. We are now on session number 50, and this is chapter 9 entitled Believing on Jesus in Your Heart. Now, this is the final day that we're going to wrap up this chapter, and on page 99, Dr. Richards says, we are not transforming to become something new. We're transforming because we have already become something new. The heart is the key to this whole process. In order for that which is in my spirit to move into my soul and body, I have to believe the truth in my heart, and I have to renew my mind. Then, as my soul prospers, my physical body and my outer world conform. You know, when you were saved, you were made new. And now you're seeing the process taking place where what's on the inside is starting to manifest more and more each day. How this happens is different for every single person. We really can't predict or control the process of transformation. When we understand that our part is simply to submit to Him and yield to Him, then let Him lead us from our heart. That's when we start to see the changes in our lives. We don't get to figure it out in our heads because it's really not going to make sense sometimes to your natural thinking how this is happening. But I'm going to tell you something. Life gets so much better when what's on the inside starts manifesting outwardly. So this is what I want you to ask yourself. Do I understand that I'm not transforming to become something new? And do I understand that for that which is in my spirit to move into my soul and body, I have to believe the truth in my heart and renew my mind? Remember that this is a journey, and it's not all going to get magically fixed overnight. How many of you have had some of the problems that you have for a little while? I know I have. You know, sometimes we think that, well, I should just be able to solve this problem just immediately. I can just read something, gather some new information, and it all change. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Most of us have had these negative beliefs in our hearts for decades. So it's going to take more than just 1 or 2 weeks, and maybe even more than 1 or 2 months before we're going to see a change in our lives. But hold on, it can happen. Amen? You know, if you keep trusting Him, then I believe that He will do the work that you want Him to do in your life. On page 99, Dr. Richards says, the heart will take you through the process in the way you need to experience it. You cannot control the process. You can only yield to the Spirit of God as He leads from your heart. And that's vitally important to understand and accept. You know, you don't control this process of transformation. You know, I think some of my greatest struggles in life came when I tried to tell God how to do something in my life. You know, maybe I had a promise, and instead of trusting God to bring the promise to pass in my life, in His timing, in His way, I tried to tell God how to do it. I tried to control it. You know, Jim has a series called What to Do When You've Done It All and Nothing Seems to Work. And if you will go to Impact Productions and order that series, I promise you, it will help you see why you are still stuck in some of the ways that you're probably still stuck in. I know we're going through this series and it's great, but some of you have asked me, to give you some extra advice about how to deal with this or that or the other, whether it's your health or your finances or relationships. I'm going to tell you, when I listened to that series, that was life-changing for me. And in that series, he tells us a lot about how to do certain heart exercises, so to change the beliefs of our heart. So I just want to recommend that to you, okay, to check it out. But remember, God's committed to us, and all He's looking for us is to be committed to Him and to this process that He wants to take us through. So ask yourself this: am I willing to yield to the Spirit of God and allow Him to lead me through the process of transformation in my heart? Dr. Richards ends this chapter on page 100 by saying, you may want to take a few moments before moving forward and affirm. In fact, why don't you just repeat this after me as I read this, okay? All that my life is, outside of Jesus, died on the cross. That person is dead. I am raised up with Jesus, in resurrection life now. Therefore, sin has no power over me. Because of the incredible price Jesus paid, I know I can trust him. Therefore, Jesus, I surrender every aspect of my life to you as Lord. I choose to be a disciple. I want to live like you lived, as you are right now. At the right hand of God, so am I. All right, until next time, this is Christy Metropolis reminding you, you can move your invisible boundaries.